flower friends. This is Jen, and on this week's episode, I want to talk about getting ghosted. I had a couple different florists reach out to me and got ghosted, and they were kind of sad. They were kind of hurt. They were questioning what they did wrong. And just like anything, you start to dissect every single thing that you did, and it just frankly just doesn't feel good. And I wish the world wasn't like this. I wish people had the gumption to say something, to tell somebody, to give feedback. But that is frankly just not the world that we live in. So, today we're going to talk about something every florist has felt. You had a great consult. They loved your ideas. They said they were so excited. You sent the proposal and then absolute crickets. No reply, no feedback, absolutely nothing. And we all know how that feels, but I want to tell you something important about what happened here. Usually, you are not being ghosted because you aren't talented. You are getting ghosted because something in your sales process is broken. Today, I'm really going to dive into the real reasons why couples disappear. Frankly, just fall off the face of this earth, and some ways on how to fix that. First, ghosting usually means eh, indecision. So, most couples are not sitting around trying to hurt people's feelings. And I feel like we because the internet can be frankly so fucking mean sometimes, I feel like we automatically revert to these people are just horrible people. And realistically, they could be. They could be. There could be that person that's just out there to be a horrible human being. And you know what? Like, those aren't your people anyways. They're frankly overwhelmed. They're comparing 4 florists, 2 planners, a venue, family opinions, weighing costs, stress. Pinterest and Instagram are throwing shit in their face, and they just feel done. Then your proposal lands and it feels confusing and they freeze. Frozen buyers look like ghosters. So we need real clarity to close sales. If your proposal is overwhelming, unclear, cluttered, complicated, you lose momentum. It should be so easy and so understandable that it is an absolute no brainer for this person to say yes. Okay. If your proposal reads like a grocery list, bridal bouquet, $275. Bridesmaid bouquets, $135. Arch flowers, $900. Centerpiece, $180. You have listed products. You did not sell any emotion. You did not sell any transformation. You did not sell an experience. You did not sell what they were going to smell and look like and the essence of their wedding. They are not buying a line item on your proposal. They're buying how their wedding feels, photos, how people are going to react when they walk in the room and they're like, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful." Confidence and stress reduction are also something somebody is buying. So instead of a centerpiece, lush candlelight reception tablescape designed to elevate your guest experience. Instead of arch flowers, statement ceremony focal design creating an unforgettable backdrop. If you put a little bit of text in there and just said, instead of saying arch flowers, instead of saying centerpiece, that made them feel like I'm having a lush candlelight reception tablescape. Like, how fancy does that sound, you guys? That is way fancier in making somebody feel like, even if they are on a budget, that they are having a more elevated wedding. You could have 2 florists send the exact same proposal, but if your language is making them feel like decadence, opulence, lush, sexy, beautiful. Who is going to win if you were comparable in pricing? All right. The next thing I want to talk about is if you're getting ghosted, have we set our sights on winning from the start? This is something that I see a lot. People will jump. It's like just meeting a guy and jumping in bed with him and then him ghosting you and expecting anything different. Like, did you court them? Did you like kind of tell them about yourself? Did you do any of those things before you went to sliding into home base? If you did not do any prep work with this couple, how are we expecting them to commit? If we did not build value in who you are as a person, as a business, getting them to like, know, and trust you, if we have not potentially shared with them a brochure that has pricing guidance. So this guy has looked at your online dating and seen that you're a vegetarian and he is an avid hunter and is going out and maiming animals every weekend. I mean, like, we weren't set up for success in the beginning. So, some ways that we can set our whole process up is making sure that we're really building value in ourselves. We're really building value in clear, concise communication. We're getting them to know who we are so they can like, know, trust, and respect us. We're letting them in a little bit about how unbelievably awesome you are and how they should want to do business with you. We're letting them know if you are in their budget. That's why I feel like some type of pricing transparency is so important, you guys. If you are just all of a sudden going out on a date and you know nothing about this person and then you go home with them, you know nothing about them. You have no idea if they work at McDonald's. You have no idea if they are a CEO. You have no idea. Like any of those things, you need to like make sure you're sharing basic information. And I so often see florists going, "Oh my God, somebody's interested in a wedding. I'm so excited. Let's meet." We don't know anything about these people. We don't know if they have $1,000 wedding budget. We don't know if they want $10,000 of flowers for a $1,000 wedding budget. They have no idea if we are expensive, average, cheap. They know nothing either. So it is equally beneficial to ask questions for you to get to know them and for them to get to understand you and who you are, and if you are a fit from the get-go to be able to do business with. All right. Then, having a brochure in this process is so critical. If you have been being ghosted and you feel it's based on price, and you met with somebody who designated their budget to be like $3,000 and your proposal came back at 7, you didn't give them a heads up at all of what to expect from a pricing standpoint, you are going to lose because they are going to be frankly embarrassed to tell you that they can't afford you. So, having a brochure that explains pricing transparency and how you work, what your minimums are, everything just about working with you. If you don't have something like that integrated in your process, it is very easy for them to bail when they had no idea how much you cost. We don't go, I don't know about you, but I don't just go and buy something. I mean, I bought some mini cows this way. Let's be real, you guys. But I don't really go and buy something and let that's $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 unless I have some understanding of the value I'm receiving when I'm picking a person. If their pricing, I can afford them from the get-go. Like when I go to look at a new cow, this is just I'm talking about mini cows because I'm bottle feeding 5 of them right now, and it's crazy, you guys. But I've looked at mini cows and go, "Oh my God, I really want that." But I have a feeling that that is going to be a crazy expensive mini cow. I don't want to go and I because of my feeling, I don't even want to ask because I'm usually pretty good. and spot on to my feeling with in this area, but people don't know anything about wedding flower pricing, you guys. There is no gut check. There is no way to look at a florist and be like, this florist is out of my budget. When you go shopping at Target, you clearly see prices, and that makes decisions easy for you. There isn't that in the wedding industry with flowers. Sure, there are things like poppy flowers that you can build and price out things, and 50 flowers that you can look at things, but there is no directory for wedding pricing. I've said this over and over again. We expect people to know how much flowers cost without any information being out there. So having something built into your process that helps you really guide into what you're going to be. If you're more, I love how they have on Zola and a lot of the wedding websites because I think honestly they don't super back into this with any data. And restaurants do the same thing. Is this a $2 sign, $3 sign, or $4 sign type of business? And I don't really understand sometimes with some of these rating systems what that's relative to, but at least gives you like an underlying feeling that this person is a more expensive florist. And if you are just browsing and you see somebody with $3 signs, or you look at somebody's website and it just looks like butter. It looks so beautiful. It looks like they do $50,000 weddings and they're just showcasing these like amazing things. And that's not what you're looking for because you don't think you can afford that. There's no guidance for somebody to make a call and go, and they're just probably not going to send anything to you. So really having some type of guidance to me is so critical. Okay, the next thing that I see happen is you didn't build any urgency. Some florists send proposals and at the end, let me know what you think. That is not leading the customer. That is handing them the steering wheel and telling them to go make all the decisions. What if you say, I'd love to reserve the date through Friday. If that feels aligned, I can send you booking details today. Or if that feels like too hard of a close, deadlines create movement. Without urgency, people drift around because they feel like there is nothing holding their feet to the fire. So some ways that I build urgency is I tell the person, I start with urgency in my consult. Just to let you guys know, when I send over the consult, because it's heavy booking season, I hold the date for 7 days. If you feel like 10 days is better. And after that, I'm going to check in with you before that date closes. And I'm going to put your name on there tentatively. But at the 7 days, I take your name off the date and I open the date back up because this is like heavy inquiry season and I don't want to tie up a key date if you're moving in a different direction. So I've prompted the person for this. I'm writing that in my email that I send them with the proposal. And then I'm doing a 3 and a 7 day follow-up so that I can make sure that I'm reminding them of the deadline. At 6 or 7 days and they don't respond, I'm sending them, hey, just to let you know, I got an inquiry for your date. And so I am keeping it open till tomorrow. And if for some reason you can't make a decision by then, I'm happy to circle back and check and see if the date is available when you do get closer to a decision. Like that is being very concise, trying to hold their feet to the fire a little bit to get to make decisions, but also helping you push them into making a decision because people are just going to like lounge around without any real concrete action steps unless they're being told they need to. Because if their wedding is in a year, like you feel like you have all the time in the world. And frankly, you kind of do have a lot of time. All right. And then the next thing I want to talk about is sometimes, and this is especially around a person who was never really your ideal client to begin with. Sometimes you have attracted the wrong buyer. So ghosting is because they were never really your client. If your marketing screams affordable, budget friendly, Cheap flowers, lowest pricing. You attract browsers. Price shoppers ghost more often than anybody. Luxury minded buyers want confidence, clarity, expertise, and calmness. People who have money to spend want ease. If you're attracting low fit inquiries, the issue is probably your branding, your positioning, your messaging, or your social media presence. So, as somebody that is another wedding professional, maybe somebody that you really desire to work with, when you look at my branding, when you look at me as a business owner, what does it say to you? What does it speak to you? Who do you think that I serve? You could get an answer that is surprising. If you are really concerned, like I keep getting the wrong fit, you need to take a big step back and look at your branding. Look at how you're presenting yourself. Look at your position and authority in the marketplace. Because if you keep getting these people who are telling you budgets that aren't your ideal budgets, who are telling you that they want the cheapest options, that they really don't want much, they just want something really affordable, you likely, if that's not where your head is at, are attracting the wrong person. You want a person who, even if you're a little bit more expensive, they're so in love with you, your business, your design prowess, everything, that you're a slam dunk, no brainer to make as a decision as their florist. Okay. The next one that I see happen a lot is you don't follow up enough. People are busy. You're busy. One proposal email is not a sales process. It's just an email. Most florists like emotionally spiral after sending a quote and they just go, okay, I've sent it over. I wonder if they're going to like me. I hope that they, and then we start coming up with a million reasons in our head why they haven't responded because we're too expensive. We should have priced that cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Like just this narrative of fuckery in our head. And no, you need a cadence of communication. People are busy, and I feel like we underestimate thinking that everybody's life revolves around this. That is so far from the truth, especially if somebody is planning their wedding farther out. So at 3 days, we want to check in and see if they have any questions. At day 7, if that is your expiration, I would say, hey, the date is opening up. I would have reminded them on day 3 as well. But if you feel like maybe you didn't put a timeline, I would say, I'm still thinking about your wedding. I have another idea for your ceremony space and I wanted to share it. Or, hey, I had a really great idea as an alternative if we're looking for different options for the ceremony to help get closer to your target budget. I've just had some time and I've been searching for some images and I think I came up with a couple ideas, but I didn't know where you were at in the decision-making process. That's, hey, I'm dreaming about your wedding and I want to see if you're still available. All right. Day 10, I'm wrapping up for my calendar for that weekend and wanted to see if you wanted to move forward or frankly, like sending them, hey, I had another inquiry for that date and I absolutely loved the vibe of your wedding, your venue. I just loved everything about it and I would really love to be a part of your special day. But if case you went a different direction, I want to make sure that I fill that date. So please let me know if you would like to move forward and I can send over the contract and you can return that with the deposit to book the date. And follow up, it is just meant to be professional. It's not annoying. This is your job, you guys. This is our job to follow up with people and get them to book you. All right. Your energy matters. If you're sending a proposal, hoping they pick you, they feel it. Desperation, energy repels. CEO energy attracts. Instead of please book me, think I know I can create something incredible for you. Confidence converts. I do a positioning statement at the end of my consultations that positions me as an expert, explains like how excited I would be to do their wedding, but it's not me begging. I don't beg to do people's weddings. I don't look desperate, and you shouldn't either. All right. Then I want you to step back and really audit everything with this process. Ask yourself, is my proposal visually appealing, clean? And when somebody opens this, are they going to go, this is beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this. Does it feel premium? In your email, is there clear next steps? Did you really position the value you're delivering? Did I follow up? Did I follow up in a timely manner? Am I attracting aligned clients? Do I sound confident in my communication? Then step back and go, okay, where are the holes? What could I do to fix this? And often when we go through these, everything feels so overwhelming. Oh my God, my process is completely broken. What am I going to do? This doesn't look good. I've been half-assing it. The Floral CEO Mastermind is where you need to be. Because not only do I have all of my templates, but there are videos, email templates, everything that walk you through these exact steps, processes to help you be aligned. And for the price, it is the highest contact mastermind out there for support, community, and executable like knowledge and tools. I give you so much value because I want you to be successful. The girls in the group are absolutely amazing, and we would all love for you to join us, banding together, kicking ass and taking names in 2026 and beyond in your business with the right foundation so things don't feel overwhelming. I help florists just like you make more money with less overwhelm, and I would love to help you do that in 2026. Head to floralceo.com/mastermind. There is nothing out there like this, you guys. All right. Sometimes ghosting isn't rejection. It's confusion, overwhelm, poor positioning, weak urgency, or just frankly, no follow-up. And the best part is these are all fixable. If you are helping refine your sales process, proposals, inquiries, and actually making more money as a florist, the Floral CEO Mastermind is where you need to be. Again, check out floralceo.com/mastermind. Thank you for listening, flower friends, and you have an amazing flower-filled day.